Hey guys, SalesThrive here, and I'm back with another one. Boy, do I have a doozy for you guys. How to get $10,000 in business credit without any personal guarantee and no credit check. Come on back. Now, before we get into how to get $10,000 in business credit, it's important that we talk about the foundation of your business. Just like a house, you can't build upon it without a solid foundation. So let's talk about what that foundation is. Now, a proper business foundation. First, registering your business with the state. Whatever state you're in, it's going to depend on your state and what your rules and regulations are, but making sure that you're registered with your state is extremely important. Registering as an LLC, a sole proprietor, or an S corporation. Any of those, whatever works for you. Next, getting an EIN number. This is like your social security number for your business. Next, a business bank account. I have 5 business bank accounts. We'll get into the particulars of why I do that in some later videos, but you need to have at least one business bank account. Next, a business address. There are a myriad of ways you can get a business address. One, of course, having a brick and mortar address, or you're using a virtual address, which we can get into those particulars in some videos coming soon. Next, a business website. There's a myriad of companies that you can use to set up a business website. I went with Wix, but there's a couple of different companies that you can use, whatever's best for you. But we'll get into that as well in another video. Next, getting a business phone number and having it registered with 411. This adds some legitimacy to your business. It doesn't matter how long you've been a barber or a construction person, a carpenter, having a lawn mowing service. If you don't have a business bank account, if you're not registered with the state and the government, your business is not legitimate. So you could have been doing those things for 10 years, but you have to do these steps to be considered legitimate. At least having a business checking account, an EIN number, and registering with your state and government. Next, we need to establish some Tier 1 Net 30 accounts. These are super easy. I'm only going to tell you about 3 of them today, but in another video, we'll talk about a myriad of them. This is why you need to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that post notification bell, because I give it to you as soon as I get it. I'm not a gatekeeper. I want to make sure that we thrive together. All right, so the first Net 30 account is super easy to get. It's called Quill. Quill is the same company as Staples. So anything you can find on Staples, you can find on Quill, as well as some commercial grade versions of them and bulk items as well. You want to spend at least $100 in order to get a 30-day invoice. When you pay that invoice, it'll be reported to the 3 credit bureaus, which are Duns & Bradford, Experian, and Equifax. Next, Uline, which is similar to Quill, but has a lot more commercial items. So I don't have a lot of overhead, and I don't need a lot of items for my personal business, but if you have lots of employees, or perhaps you need lots of equipment, that's more the place to go for those items. Again, you want to spend at least $100 so you can get a 30-day invoice. Next, which is probably the most important one, is NAV. NAV offers a business boost. I think it's called Business Plus or Business Prime or something like that. But with NAV, for a fee, they will add a credit line to all 3 credit bureaus, which is critical for helping you build your business credit. Now, how to get to the $10,000 credit line. Now, it could depend on your particular situation, but I'm going to explain it to you. So a moment ago, we mentioned NAV. NAV is super important. Well, they just dropped their own credit card and their own checking account. I'm pretty sure I'm the only financial advisor talking about it because it just happened. When I first signed up with NAV, it wasn't available, but it was coming soon. And I just got the email the other day that it's been approved. So let me show you. That's right, folks. I need to look at my phone just to be sure. It was $10,340.89. When I saw that, I was like,
Hey, Mr. DJ. Hey, Mr. DJ.
oh.
All the girls are ready. So
Now, the difference between this and some other business credit card is that this is a charge card. So a charge card, you need to have that full balance paid in 30 days. We want to make sure we're using good credit decisions. It can definitely come in handy for you in a pinch. Just like with any other credit card, you want to make good financial decisions. Just like that foundation, we want to make sure we're starting things off properly and not making any mistakes. So for this charge card, the amount that you're approved for depends on the checking account you attach to it. So for example, for the $10,000, I attached my business bank account, but it's not the one that I used to pay bills with. That gave me the $10,000. When I attached my bill paying checking account, it went down to about $2,000 because I don't have as much money in that account because I don't have much overhead to pay bills with. But it's the perfect one to be attached to because that's the one I'm going to pay bills with anyway. So those purchases that you make with that charge card will be a whole nother line of reporting. So you've got NAV, Business Boost reporting to all three credit bureaus, and then you have any purchases that you're making reported to all three credit bureaus. So right in there, we've got 4 sets of reports for our credit bureau. So again, it depends on what account you attach to it. You can kind of experiment with it. The less money you have in that account, the less your charge card will be. The more money you have in the account, the more money that charge card will be. But make sure you're just making good financial decisions. That's it, folks. How to get to $10,000, more or less, depending on your situation, of credit. Make sure you're making good financial decisions. I've got more videos coming soon. Now hit that like, comment, and subscribe, and join the Sales Thrive.